Oh, and what's good? I love these segments. So controversy still surrounds the Santa Anita racetrack, as you know, as the horse racing season came to a close this past weekend. As the industry grapples with the deaths of now 30 horses this season, our Amy Paffrath joins us to share the story of one woman who's bucking the trend when it comes to caring for these precious animals. Amy, so good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Her name is Esta Bernstein, and she says she spent her whole life in the racing industry, taking part in what she calls the unnecessary and ignorant cruelty in caring for million-dollar racehorses. Now she's doing things a whole lot differently at her horse rescue, Saffyre Sanctuary. Most people wouldn't risk being around a one-ton animal in flip-flops, but Esta Bernstein isn't like most people.
It keeps me grounded and present, knowing that at any given moment, I can get really hurt if I'm not focused.
For 11 years, her focus has been caring for horses here at Saffyre Sanctuary.
When you start something like this, you're Superwoman, and you can do anything. And then, you know, as you start seeing all the other things that go on in the rescue world, it slowly will eat you away.
That's why Esta has worked hard to create a different kind of rescue. The horses that come here get to just be. This is their home. There is no goal to get them adopted. They aren't forced to be ridden. They don't have to wear harnesses. Esta encourages communication to see what the horses want.
Did you like your fly mascot?
She's been working with these animals her whole life, but it wasn't until 2013 that she realized something wasn't right.
I saw the unnecessary and kind of ignorant cruelty that I was doing, that, you know, just everybody else did it and didn't realize what they were doing.
She went on a retreat in British Columbia and had an epiphany.
I really learned what it was to connect with them at a different level. There's not a superior being. In fact, humans are the only things that are actually here to have to learn something.
Esta learned a new way to approach the animals that live at the sanctuary, like Callie, a 35-year-old horse who's suffering from an eye infection.
We had to bring in all the positive energy. Yes, we believe in miracles. Yes, we have seen miracles. If I get through this one, it's going to be an absolute miracle.
The positive vibes only mentality is also healing for the many volunteers, from Girl Scouts to addicts to people looking for a purpose, who help her make this all possible. Michael Russell says it's changed his life.
You come up here to serve and to give, and what you find is that you receive so much more.
I do love you. This is a labor of love, and people who run rescues, I give them a lot of credit, and I'm really compassionate when they're having a bad day, because you don't know what they saw that day.
She's made sure there are mostly good days by coexisting with the animals in a peaceful, loving environment. It's this symbiotic partnership between horse and human that has Esta finally feeling comfortable in her own shoes.
I've never seen a horse play with a toy.
I know. Esta says that they love to play with balls. There's a big pen that they get time to just be and run wild in. So it's a really beautiful place.
And it seems like she's got a fair amount there that she's caring for.
She does. So she has 9 horses, and it's currently full, and they live there. So like I said, there's no goal to get them adopted. She does help horses get adopted, but she works with the owners that are trying to sell them at their own stables.
Wow, she seems to have such a spiritual understanding to these animals. You know, when you look at the horse racing industry and all the arguments back and forth that we have to keep this going, it's a multi-gazillion-dollar industry, but she looks at the holistic animal and she plays with them, and she doesn't see us as superior to them to subdue them or to make them do what we want.
And that's what she says. A lot of the old methods are fear-based. Do this and you'll be rewarded. And she doesn't see that as the way to actually communicate with these creatures. So you saw, she asks them, do you want your fly mask off? She really talks to them.
And they love her. Did you see the horse?
She honors them.
She does.
So how do they find their way to her?
All different places. So she'll get a call from Animal Rescue or from an owner that can no longer feed it, just many different ways.
Wow, you made us feel good today.
I'm so glad.
Hopefully we'll see you one more time before the baby comes.
I think I'll see you guys Friday. We'll see.
I'm always surprised to see you. Like, oh, she's
I know, me too.
She made it.
Still here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.